pagpapatupad ng mga plano natin.
Yun. So yun, resume natin yung sessions natin starting today, Monday. Yun, nagkaroon lang ng break last week. So game, start na tayo agad para makadami tayo. Last time, introduce ko na yung partial fractions, pati yung integrals, yielding, inverse, trig functions. So ngayon, yung iba naman, yung next. Tapos may makikita nyo, meron ng madadagdagan na yung integrals, yielding, trig functions natin because of this technique. So sunod. Pero for now, I want you to answer this problem. Screenshot. Okay, good. So, let's start. Share na ako ng screen. Kita nyo naman, prepared na prepared ako, guys. Kita nyo, walang laman. Talagang wala yan, no? So, walang laman. Talagang, ano tayo ngayon, OTS. So, pero may mga sinulat na problem. So, start na tayo. So, practice muna. Kayo muna. Try nyo to. Oh, yun. Wait lang. Di ko pa namumultiply yung ilalim. Pero sige, bigay ko na naka-factor. Para wala nang problema sa factoring. Yan na, naka-factor na. Oh, go guys. Okay. Kaya na siguro yan in a few minutes. Any progress, guys? Dito ba si Robby? Robby?
Sir,
Oh. Musta yung ano mo?
yung alin, sir?
Nag-speech ka ba kanina?
Lol.
Ha?
Wala, sir. Hindi, sir.
Bawa naman. Yapla, wala. Hi, Carla. May sagot ka na? Nakamute ako, sorry. Kaya ba akong sasalita nakamute ako? Laba, you're correct. Pero may mali. Konting-konti lang. Konting-konting mali. Tapos si Dian, nakuha niya yung Laba, mukhang alam ni Laba yung technique na to. Laba, magsalita ka. Alam mo ba yung gagawin?
Ano sir, yung fraction sa ibaba parang yung perfect square trinomial gawing parang paghiwalayin dalawa, gawin siyang x plus 3 to be squared.
Ganun. Okay. Pero actually, yung binigay kong problem, yun na nga yung case ng merong repeated. Yan na yung ibig sabihin ng repeated factor. Okay? Kaya yan agad binigay ko. Para maramdaman nyo na, bakit ganun, hindi umuubra yung usual na ginagawa. Parang ganito yung rule ng repeated factor. So, obviously, you have this one as 2x minus 1. And then this one, sabi nila ba, gawin natin x plus 3 squared. Follow, guys? So now, I want you to look at this. This is a quadratic, tama? But it is not in the irreducible form. Meaning yung quadratic na yan can still be reduced. Kaya nga naging ganito. You follow that? So meaning yung quadratic na yan is actually not an irreducible quadratic but can be made into a repeated linear factor. Diba? Ano ang pinaka-factor ng x plus, yung ng x plus 3 squared? Diba? It's like x plus 3 times x plus 3. Do you agree? Minultiply siya sa sarili niya. So meaning it's actually a case of a linear factor na nag-repeat dalawang beses. So really repeated linear, x plus 3 times x plus 3. So dalawa. So the case ng repeated factors, yung pag-setup ganito. Yun, okay. Nabos ko lang yung kasi ko. Linear factor, no problem. Now look at this repeated linear. Linear. Yan. And then, ganito guys. Squared. Hanggang dun sa power niya. Are we clear on the setup ng denominators? Now, look. Linear, this is a linear factor. This is a linear factor. Now, tell me what should I write here? Anyone?
Gx plus b, sir.
No, just C. Hindi CX plus D. Why? Because this is not irreducible quadratic. So kahit sulat mo siyang x squared plus 6x plus 9, hindi siya irreducible quadratic. Linear pa rin siya, repeated lang. Kaya C pa rin yung taas niya. Nakuha yung rule. Before I answer this, paano halimbawa ang setup ganito? Ito, isa-set ko lang kahit anong taas. See that? Kahit anong taas. Now look, x cubed. That is not a cubic factor because x cubed can be expressed as x times x times x. It's actually a repeated linear factor repeated 3 times. X plus 1 squared is not a quadratic factor, not an irreducible quadratic factor. It's actually a linear factor repeated 2 times. Clear? So ang gagawin, isa-isa. Yung linear na yun na nag-repeat, x, then dadaanan mo lahat ng powers niya. X squared, then x cubed. Then that x plus 1 squared, x plus 1, and then x plus 1 squared. Hanggang sa makuha yung power na nandun. Hanggang doon. Are we clear on that, on this setup? Yung taas, linear. Linear, 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 linear. Because they are all what? Repeated linear. Now, paano pag ang setup ng repeated quadratic? Let's say I have x squared, then quantity x squared plus 1, then cube. Ayan, ganyan. Look at this setup. X squared is a linear factor repeated 2 times. X squared. x squared plus 1 is a quadratic factor repeated 3 times. Now look at x squared plus 1. Look at x squared plus 1. Di ba hindi na factorable si x squared plus 1? X squared plus 1 is no longer factorable. Kaya x squared plus 1 is irreducible. So ito na yung case na meron tayong repeated quadratic factor. So mangyayari, x squared plus 1 to the 1, and then x squared plus 1 squared, and then x squared plus 1 cubed. Yan ang setup ng partial fractions. And now tell me guys what's above. I'll go.
A,
A,
B,
B. Now,
CX plus D.
yes, yan na siya. Then,
EX plus
EX plus
EX plus F,
X.
yes. And then,
GX plus H.
X plus H.
that's it. That's it. Hindi porke pag in-expand mo to 6 to the 6th power, yun nasa taas to the 5th, tapos x to the 4th. No. It's still an irreducible it's still quadratic in nature, only repeated. Nakuha yun? Now, nakuha nyo yung rules. Yun lang naman yung rules ng pag-setup. Now, balik tayo rito. So, okay na to. So, we do what we do. Yun na yung process. Multiply by the LCD. There. Then, A, of course, yung quantity x plus 3 squared. Then, B, syempre, si 2x minus 1 at may isang x plus 3. And then, si C, 2x minus 1 na lang. Nakuha. Now, we use the values. A is negative 3. Give me the values, guys, para mabilis tayo. If A is negative 3, this would be 72, 82, minus 75. Help me out. 7. So, magiging, tama ba? Tulungan niyo ako.
Sir, di ba X yung equals negative 3?
Okay. X is negative 3. If X is negative 3, tama ba? Tama to? If X is negative 3, 7, tama? Tulong.
Tama, sir.
Good. This would be 0. This would be 0. Pero ito magiging negative 6 minus 1, negative 7C. So meron tayong C. And C is negative 1. There. And now, if X is 1/2, yun lang man pwede. Give me the value. 1/2 squared, 1/4, 8. 2 is 10, 12. 12 plus 25 halves.
49 over
49
over 2, sir.
halves. This will be 0. This will be 0. 1/2 plus 3 is 7 halves. 49 over 4. A. So what is A? A is a positive 2. Right? And then si C, si B, we just inspect. Anong magandang i-inspect? Laban, yung madaling kung ito yung process mo, no? Let's inspect x squared na lang. Now go. This would be an ax squared. This would be a 2x squared b. And wala na ron. And that's 8. So you have 2 plus 2b is 8. 2 plus 2b is 8. 2b is 6. B is 3. Right? Do you have the correct values? Negative 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Now, ayusin na natin. Ay. Dito na lang. Look at your mistake, Laba, no? Very common. Okay, and then, you know that's a plus minus, so I'll make it into a minus na lang. And then wala na to. Okay, there. So we have expressed our main fraction into sum of simpler fractions. That's the technique, partial fractions. The integral of bawat isa, the whole thing is the integral of the sums of this. Ayan, dx, dx. But of course, you have to write the dx like that. Again, guys, umpisa natin dito. Look at the denominator. If u is 2x minus 1, look at what will happen to du. 2 dx. See? So that dx, 2 dx, ito na siya yung 2 dx. Yan na yun. Yan na yun. So this now becomes du over u. Kaya magiging this one would be ln u, which is ln of 2x minus 1. Okay? Let me see. See that, Laba? Yan yung mistake mo. Yun 2. Bakit nasa labas? O typo lang. So now, next would be, yan, pwede nang dumiretso, guys. Okay na yan. 3 ln of x plus 3. Kasi kapag nilet u natin yung x plus 3, wala naman danger. So if u is x plus 3, dito sa integral na to, du is just dx. Yeah, there's no danger. Pwede mag-recta ln. Now what about this? O magle-let tayo dyan. Let u be x plus 3, du is dx. So now the integral would be, remember minus yan, no? The integral would be 1 over u squared du. And remember, 1 over u squared is u to the negative 2, right? Du. So we use the power rule. Dagdag ng isa, negative 2, plus 1 over the result, negative 1. You see that? So magiging yan yan, guys. Tell me, it will happen if we integrate na. So ito na, na-integrate na. Power rule. Magiging negative 1 over u. Right? So minus negative, that be a plus. And 1 over u is x plus 1 over x plus 3. Then plus c. So yan. Yan ang integral na sagot. So there, you have any question, guys? Sa repeated. Guys, question?
Wala po, sir.
One more. Syempre, practice pa kayo. Kakaiba tong isang to. Sige. This one is good. Integral dx over x to the 4th plus 4x squared. See that? O yan, go. Hindi, Good. Tapos ka na?
Kakatapos lang, sir. Pero di ako sure.
Hindi ko alam tamang sagot dito, guys. But if you have an answer, I can check it with my calculator. Pero I don't know the answer. Yan, si Blay ay meron na. Ooh, minor mistake. Sign and then a coefficient. Tingin ko lang. No? Kasi kinalkyo ko na yung sagot ko. Sure ako eh. Tama ako eh. So yun, Blay. Mali ka.
At least malapit na.
Gwen, dito ka, Gwen. If I recall kasi, alam ko naturo ko to sa section ni Gwen. Newton. Hanggang repeated. Diba, Gwen? May notes ka pa ba? Buti ka pa meron, ako wala. Natabi mo ba, Gwen, yung mga notes mo?
Opo.
Ako wala na. Kuha tayo ng isa dyan sa notes mo.
Di ba
Game.
pa rin ako silang dati?
Game, guys. Check your own work. So, umpisa yung rule ng pag-setup ng repeated. So, you know na diretso ko na sa integral. You know x squared do, no? Quantity x squared plus 4. And you know, this is an irreducible quadratic. And this is a repeated linear. So, dapat x squared. The quadratic, hindi naman nagre-repeat. Siya lang, no? Non-repeated quadratic, irreducible. Ayan na yung ibig sabihin ng irreducible quadratic, hindi na factorable. Yan. A, B, and CX plus D. So yan ang setup, guys. Kung mamaya I'll share with you siguro last problem natin. Wow, 3 problem lang tayo today. Yung ginawa ni Dian, I'm asking her to send the pic kung paano niya nakuha yun. Na-reduce niya into partial fraction without using the rule. Kanina yun nga lang, she's having a problem on the integration part. So anyway, so yan din ba setup nyo? So yun, solve lang natin. LCD 1. A, may isa pang x at x squared plus 4. B, x squared plus 4. And then quantity cx plus d, x squared. As you can see, isa lang magagamit natin, si 0 lang. If x is 0, 1 equals 0, 0, 4b. So b is 1/4. B is 1/4, meron tayo doon. Then, A, ang expect natin, yung B meron tayo, no? So, expect natin yung may X. Hindi, yung x squared. Yung x squared. Or setup natin. Sige, simulan natin sa x cube. So, sa x cube, meron akong ax cube dito. Dito, wala. Dito, cx when squared. Cx squared yan, no? But the middle term is cdx tapos times x squared. cd equals 0. 0, right? X squared. Dito, may x squared ba rito? Wala. Dito, b. dx squared. Dito, dx squared. Ayun, dx squared. At equal yan sa 0. So I have d. What is d? Negative 1/4. Because 1/4 plus negative 1/4, 0. Now, let's inspect x. Dito may x, 4a. Dito walang x. Dito, wala rin. And 4a is 0. So a is 0. So wala pa lang a. So the product CD is 0. But we have d. So we know that c is also 0. So there, kompleto na tayo. A, B, C, D. Right? Wait. Now next page. So, okay ko. Ayusin na natin. A0. So, wala na to. Basically, sulat na natin. B is 1/4. Sulat ko lang. Kita mo na mali mo, Blay. Cx plus D would have to be negative 1/4 na lang. There, and then, okay na to. So, the integral now is simply 1/4 outside. If you have a constant, put it outside your integral. Agad. Plus negative 1/4. 1/4 outside the integral. There. And then, syempre, you have 1/x squared. You know that's x to the negative 2. Pag in-integrate yan, you use the power rule. Negative 2 plus 1 over negative 1. So that will be negative 1/x. So and then, Blay? You still here, Blay?
Yes, sir.
Ano mali mo, Blay? Ikaw magsabi. Ano to when integrated?
Magne-negative.
That's your mistake. The negative 1/4x. Tama ba? Oh, yeah. And then here, look at the integral. This is of the form. Siguro by now you're familiar. A squared plus u squared. Integral of the form du over u squared plus a squared. Giving you the inverse tan or the arctan. So 1/a arctan u over a plus c. Yeah, pag sanay na kayo, ma-recognize nyo agad. So obviously our u squared is x squared, so that's u is x. But our a squared is 4, so that will be 1/2. So dapat itong nasa loob ng na to, 1/2 arctan. Oh, your other mistake, Blay. Arc 1/2 arctan x halves. Right? But naka times 1/4 pa yan. So you have to be 1/8 arctan x halves plus c. This is the answer. Okay, guys? Simple, right? Oh, now, let me go back to the first problem. Oh, yun. Actually, dalawang problem lang pala this session. Is it okay, guys? Dalawa lang muna. Kasi graduation nyo naman. Kami.
Okay lang, sir.
Congrats. Hindi ko napanood. Tulog ako nung yung highlight nyo. Yung nag-comment kayo ng academic freeze. Oh. Habang nag-speech si Briones. Tama ba? Yan ba yung kaganapan? Anong reaction dun? Hindi ko alam eh. May umawat bang teacher? May sumuway ba sa inyo? Yaps. Si Zay nandito. May umawat ba? Merong nag-message sa inyo? Wala naman. Ayan, may chat. Nangiyapan to, hindi umattend ng graduation. Yan. Anyway, nabasa ko lang sa Twitter yung updates. Tapos may nag-post ng video, yun nga yung speech ni Briones, tapos biglang sunod-sunod yung ano yun. So anyway, Dian, nandito ba si Dian? Oh, anyway, yung kay Dian kasi, ganito nakuha niya in this problem. Hindi niya sinet up ng ganito. I'm asking her, how did she got the partial fraction representation? Na hindi tatlong ganyan, hindi tatlong integral. So, let me, share that, yung kay Dian. And yung problema lang ni Dian is that yung pag-integrate. So, she got, wait, I'm going back sa chat. Ayun. Bali, 2 over 2x minus 1. And then, this part, ginawa pa rin yung x squared plus 6x plus 9. Siguro nag-ano siya, yung quadratic. She got 3x plus 8 dx. Nakuha nyo rin ba yan? May nakakuha din ba yan? Yaps, yan din sa'yo. Okay. Kasi Clarky, ganun din daw. Tapos si Robby. Okay. So, no problem here. Yan, may nag-chat pa. Si Bly, as usual, some problem to one day. So, if you is 2x minus 1, in danger, kung ang ilalim, mga x plus 5, x plus 2x lang, pwedeng rumekta na ln, 2ln, ganyan. Pero kasi may coefficient yung x, kaya pag diniyo mo yan, 2dx yan. Hindi du dx agad. Kaya you see that 2dx is integral du over u. Kaya nangyari, walang naka times 2. ln u agad, ln of 2x minus 1 agad. Plus the next integral. Which is actually, yun na nga yun, no? Saan na ba siya? Yun na nga siya, no? Si ln 2x minus 1. It's the same as that. So this problem, merong pwedeng gawin. Ganito. Use your imagination. Pag niyo ko si x squared plus 6x plus 9, what I'll get is 2x plus 6. Tama ba? 2x plus 6. Right? But that is 3x. So I can multiply both sides by 3 halves. By 3 halves. So I have 3 du over 2 dx. 3 du over 2 equals 3 makakancel 3x plus 9 dx. Right, guys? Right? But that's an 8 there. That's not a 9. It's a plus 8 instead of a plus 9. So what do? You adjust. Oo, you adjust. You add 1. Kalit-tagal na Robin, dahil natutunan, plus 1. Ayan. You add 1, edi magiging, you make this 9. Pero you're subtracting, syempre, yung inad mo. 1 over, syempre, the same thing, dx. Right? Now, this part here, the second integral, can now be taken care of by your substitution. So, because 3x plus 9 dx is 3 du over 2. So, this is 3 du over 2. 3 halves outside. 3 halves outside, and then magiging ano lang to, 1 over u, 1 over u, right? 1 over u, du, tas 3 halves outside, right? So du over u, 3 halves outside. That's ln u. That's ln of this thing. X squared plus 6x plus 9. And tell me, that is ln of the quantity x plus 3 squared, right? Now, you have properties of logarithm. I know you know it. You still recall it. What will happen to the power? So, mangyari, bababa yan, just to show you that it's the same. So you have the same 3 ln x plus 3 right there. Right? Now that integral, hindi yan arctan, guys. Because that's already a perfect square. So what we'll do there is simple substitution. You have x plus 3 squared dx. So by simple substitution, letting u be inside x plus 3 du dx, what will happen is this integral will just be du over u squared. Right, guys? And this is just the same as u to the negative 2 du. Applying the power rule, you know na magiging ano yan, u to the negative 1 over negative 1. So that be a minus. So sulat ko dito, a minus 1 over u, which is 1 over x plus 3 plus c. So you can see, they are the same.
Sir, hindi ba plus?
Teka lang. Oo nga, plus nga nandito, nakita ko. Kaya nga, chine-check eh. Makakala mo, plus. Oh, no. Minus kasi siya, no? Tama. Minus kasi siya. And this thing right here would be a negative. So, minus negative, that's a plus. Right, guys? Oh, siguro, that's good enough for the day. Is that okay with you? At least, my goal today is to introduce how you set up kapag may repeated. Pag may repeated. Huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi na kayo bibigyan ng irreducible cubic. Ano na yon? Ano na, yung masakit na sa puso, isolve. Hanggang irreducible quadratic lang kayo. At kung i-repeat man, hindi aabot ng tatluhan. As you can see, this is already almost 1/4 of the alphabet right here. Hirap na yan, no? O kung meron pa rito dyan. But my goal today is just teach you how the setup is being done if you have repeated factors. Repeated linear, repeated yan dalawa. Repeated quadratic. The rule is the same as before, 1 degree lower. Pero again, baka kasi x squared yan, lagay mo sa taas, bx plus c, no. Because x squared is not an irreducible quadratic. It's actually in nature a repeated linear factor repeated twice. X cubed is not an irreducible cubic. It's actually, the nature niya is actually a repeated linear repeated 3 times. Are we clear, guys? So yun, that's it muna for the day. See you on Thursday. Again, congratulations to the batch. Kami. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.